Hey everyone. Trying to make this a short and sweet astro update. I want to talk about one thing that's really, really potent right now in the energy fields of astrology in our bodies. Neptune is moving direct today, December 1st. The last 4 or 5 days and the next 4 or 5 days, Neptune's energy is very, very much in our consciousness. And whenever planets move from retrograde to direct or direct to retrograde during that weeks period of time, the energy is very, very felt in our bodies. Just here to validate you, I've definitely been feeling this myself. Neptune is very floaty, very can feel super confusing. It can feel very dreamy, your dreams can definitely be affected by Neptune. For me, myself, I've not wanted to get up out of bed because I just am so engrossed in the dream world. So that could be happening to you as well. Neptune is, so let me give you the two sides of Neptune. So he's the mystic and the martyr. The shadow side of Neptune is complete and total delusion. So for example, you sacrificing yourself for another person or you martyring yourself for another person. Neptune can feel confusing as hell, can feel really foggy, it can feel very, very ungrounding. And the shadow side of Neptune is also where we kind of choose escapism because it's too much feeling, so we're just going to go to escape. The higher octave or vibration of Neptune is super imaginative, truly the most unconditional love, we are connected energy, very, very spiritual, very creative, floating off and astral traveling and visiting a past life and getting a vision of what you can do in this life and how you can heal yourself, or talking to your guides, listening to music and just floating away, writing something really beautiful, poetry, music, anything to do with beauty and love and spirituality and creativity. Okay, so both are true. Very unconditional loving energy. However, we can sometimes do that so much that we give too much away and then we martyr ourselves and then we're pissed, and so, or we're delusional about it, or we don't see clearly. So my advice is let yourself just float. Maybe you forget things, maybe it doesn't feel very grounding for you, so you want to go out and be in nature and really ground yourself, or eat nourishing foods to get back in your body, because this energy is not, it's much more up here in the head. I'm wearing my labradorite today because it's your intuition can be really on point. Other good ways to engage with this energy is to meditate, sleep and dream. Do something creative. You let your imagination just take you places without attachment. What else? Pull in some cards, asking for your guides for some advice. Spending some time doing things that are more ritualistic and in the spiritual realms. Great way to use this energy. Yeah, let yourself float. It's okay. Take advantage of it if you can. Give yourself a lot of grace when you forget things or you feel kind of spacey or confused, and it will pass. It will pass later. And also, just a reminder, we are in the eclipse window right now. The eclipse happens on the 3rd, 4th, and it's really eclipses are mass changes, our souls are activated, our collective consciousness is activated. I mean, the external world, the internal world, everything is changing, sometimes really quickly. So if you have big things happening to you right now, most likely there's a part of your chart that's being activated by this eclipse. And if you do have planets there, then, which is 12 degrees Sagittarius, if you're into astrology and know where that is in your chart, look for the house that it's in, look for if there's planets around 12 degrees Sagittarius, and you will be heavily activated by this eclipse. But everyone feels it. Everyone is in the eclipse, the eclipse portal right now. We're all kind of being shoved So yeah, rest more, give yourself a lot of grace, drink a lot of water, use the energy if you feel like it, sleep if you don't, set intentions if you want to sleep and have dreams where you connect with your loved ones, your guides, where you want an answer. The more intentional we are with our spiritual practice, the clearer it can be, and the more our guides and our higher self know where to direct us, right? So be intentional. Be intentional and rest if you don't feel like working, if you can, and give yourself more space to be in the free, floaty, heart-centered space. Oh, and the last thing, Neptune also rules the media, and so information in the next, really for all of December, but especially this next week, we could definitely see some more truths come out about the media, or we could have realizations about how we've been controlled by the media. Neptune rules like media information. So just want to throw that out there. We might see some things that we're like really confused by over the next few days that are coming from the media. And personally myself, I do not watch any news because it's all funded by money and there's an agenda. So what I try to do my best is when I receive a piece of information, check in with my heart center. I see what it feels like. Does that feel like truth to me? Because we're like, our bodies are the truth meter. So use your body to kind of figure it out. And if you don't know, allow yourself to be confused and don't attach to that truth. That's all I got. I will be back for another video about the eclipse. It's a big one. I'm really excited to talk about it. I will put up a written post and do a video about that. And I'm gonna start a Patreon group where we have I'm still working out the details, where I have 3 or 4 events every month where we get to dive into your charts and get really personal about where the full moon is in your chart, where's the new moon, what's being activated. I'm really excited because I'll be able to give people little mini readings pretty much throughout the whole year. And then I'll also be teaching a little bit about what's prevalent in that month and what we need to be thinking about, or what's in the realm of psyche, what's in our energy field. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll send you a sign up for my newsletter if you're not already, because I will be announcing it there, and I'll also be posting something on Instagram. So that is coming. And let me know if you guys have any questions or anything you would like to see in my Patreon group. Is there something astrological that you're like, I really want to be able to engage this way every month with an astrologer? Let me know. I would love to create that structure for you. That's all I got. Sending love.